Hi, my name is Benita Peterson, and you guessed it, I'm here in Ottawa, and I am meeting the most interesting people here in Ottawa. There's people here standing for freedom, and there's people here that are interested in getting some real work done in restoring our rights and freedoms, real and effective work. And one of those people is this fellow, Byron. And Byron has something to share with us. Go ahead, Byron.
So last Thursday and Friday, before the truckers arrived in Ottawa, I went and did some door-to-door in my neighborhood, just trying to get a feel for how people were and basically just talk about issues that had been on my mind for, well, 2 years basically, and encourage people to support the truckers when they arrived in Ottawa. So going door to door was pretty damn stressful, I'm not going to lie. I really didn't know what to expect when I went to the first few doors, but I found that people were generally fairly kind, and there were many people that were open to having discussions about COVID issues. Now is a really good time if you want to speak about these things, because people are already thinking about it and they actually do want to engage in meaningful conversations. And one of the things that I noticed was the dichotomy of like the vaxxers and the anti-vaxxers is only that's something that exists on the media. When I was going to door, there was very few people that I met that were 100% against or 100% for all the decisions that were being made by the government, and that a lot of people had very complicated, nuanced views about exactly what should be going on in this country. And yeah, so So some of the things that happened while I was going door to door was, there were some people that weren't happy to see me, but it was important just to be very polite and kind and respect when people didn't want to engage, and just, I said why I was there. And often what would happen was, if someone was really for all the stuff that was going on and really was against the truckers, I might go and say I'm here to encourage the truckers, but they would kind of go to close the door in my face. And when they did that, I would always just ask, so you don't think that the truckers should have a choice? And that often would make them kind of take a step back, and oftentimes we'd be like, well, no, actually, I think that they should have a choice, or, and then we could start the dialogue. And I found that a lot of the time, the reasons behind their views were kind of based on things that aren't true. So, one thing I often heard, there was basically three things that I heard often, at least in terms of the mandates, specifically on the truckers. The first one was that they needed to get vaccinated in order to stop the spread. But, I mean, it's painfully obvious at this point that the vaccines don't stop the spread. How did Omicron get here when the unvaccinated are unallowed to travel?
So when you were going door to door, and you said to people, the vaccine is not stopping the spread, and stated your evidence, what response did you get?
Often they actually would agree. They would kind of think, actually, I understand that maybe the vaccine doesn't stop the spread. I mean, in the past weeks, the media, like the legacy media especially, has been more open to admitting the failures in terms of the vaccine efficacy. So often they would just kind of change the subject to something else.
Yeah.
So they would be like,
I've noticed that as well. The legacy media is slow to catch on with sharing the truth. Now, Byron, I have some things I have to take care of. Would it be okay if we continue this interview in a bit?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Terrific. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Benita Peterson. If you want to check out my website, it's allfiredupforfreedom.com. I am here in Ottawa, and I've been here for several days, and I'm here to support the freedom event that's going on. That includes the convoy, that includes the truckers in Ottawa, and it includes some other stuff as well, some other activities too. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll be back in a little bit.